I would like to tell you about an interesting video that I have found in TED. In this video, Diana Laufenberg explains her teaching experience and how she considers what is the best way to learn. Many years ago, teaching was based in integrating the information given by the teacher and reflecting that in a final exam. And in the end, that information was the one that was used in the future of all students. The search of information was not promoted. Teaching was evolving as the years have passed. The children, in addition to the teacher's information, began to look for their own information through encyclopedias or in libraries, since our beloved Google did not yet exist to search for information. Many years after encyclopedias appeared on the internet, to which we thank for avoiding visits to the library to look for information. The internet has facilitated the search for information. This evolution has meant a lot, but is not enough to achieve significant learning. Diana explains that if you, as a teacher, knows that your students are not interested on or even bored at class, you must try to do it more engaging. And how can we do it? Well, encouraging children to have their own experience. In my opinion, the main message that Diana transmits to us is the importance that the child must feel they are the protagonist of their own learning, because experience by oneself are an ideal way in the learning process, and making mistakes is also a way of learning. We have always been told that we have to do things well without mistakes, but having failures help us to see what we have done wrong and what we can improve on. What Diana says is that failures are inside the learning process, and analyzing where the failure is, why it has been committed, and how to solve it gives us a lot of information, not only about the subject, but also about ourselves, which make our learning process more significant and deeper. A good way to promote the fact that failures are not bad, but a way to learn, is to share ideas and assessments in class and talk about them and find solutions together. Talking about the learning process gives our children a new insight into positive, meaningful, and deep learning. The experience is also important, and to motivate students to leave their homes to live experience, it could be going to a museum or to a classical music concert, going on a field trip. These are real experiences that they teach us and take part in our learning. The main idea is that we cannot think in education only as a space to search for information, but rather as an empirical learning that is based on practice, on experience, and observation of the facts, on the need to change, to transform active knowledge, promoting the student's voice and accepting failures. Currently, an educational system that does not value these qualities could not be possible, because we are not going to achieve a deep knowledge with standardized tests and with a culture of unique correct answers. We know how to do it better, and it's time to do it better. Thank you for listening to me. I leave you with a scene of one film that I think is very interesting. I hope you enjoy it.
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. Now, see that look in Mr. Pitt's eye? Like 19th century literature has nothing to do with going to business school or medical school, right? Maybe. Mr. Hopkins, you may agree with him, thinking, yes, we should simply study our Mr. Pritchard and learn our rhyme and meter and go quietly about the business of achieving other ambitions. I have a little secret for you. Huddle up. Huddle up! We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Now, medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?